In 2012, whispers began to circulate in Europe's criminal underworld. A crew was making moves, not with guns, not with explosions, but with silence. They were called the Ghosts. For ex-military men, one former museum curator, they left no fingerprints, no broken locks, no alarms, just empty safes, with nothing but dust where fortune once sat. For years, police dismissed them as myth. Until one morning in Antwerp, a diamond broker unlocked his private safe, only to find it completely empty. The lock hadn't been tampered with. The cameras showed nothing unusual. But when investigators checked the surveillance system, they found something chilling. Every single CCTV tape had been perfectly looped. The Ghosts hadn't just robbed the vault. They had erased themselves from history. Its underground vault was a fortress. Biometric scanners, seismic detectors, armed guards 24/7. On paper, impossible to breach. But the curator, he found something no one else had noticed. Inside the blueprints was a pressure-sensitive floor, so sensitive it could detect a single coin dropped on the tiles. But there was a weakness. The system ignored the weight of one thing: the cleaning staff's rolling carts of bottled water. That loophole became their doorway. For 11 months, the Ghost crew studied the building. They timed the guards' cigarette breaks. They mapped the blind spots in the cameras. They even rehearsed every single step. Inside an abandoned warehouse, built to match the vault, by the end, they knew the security routines better than the guards themselves. The cleaning staff's rolling carts of bottled water. That loophole became their doorway. For 11 months, the Ghost crew studied the building. At 2:17 a.m., they reached the vault door. 15 tons of reinforced steel stood between them and history. But brute force wasn't their style. The curator pulled out a handwritten notebook filled with sketches and calculations. He had spent months analyzing the locking sequence, memorizing the subtle patterns of the tumblers. In less than 5 minutes, the vault opened. Without a sound, inside the vault lay treasure. Bearer bonds, antique gold coins, uncut diamonds stacked like sugar cubes. But the Ghosts were disciplined. They didn't take everything, only what they could carry, silently. By 3:40 a.m., they had filled 3 duffel bags, around 75 million euros in assets. They closed the vault door behind them, reset the lock, wiped their traces. At 4:02 a.m., the guards returned from their smoke break. To them, the vault was untouched. By the time the morning staff arrived, the Ghost crew were already gone. The vault looked normal, until someone started counting. The headlines exploded. Euro 75 million gone without a sound. Interpol called it the cleanest heist in European history. Police were humiliated. There were no fingerprints, no broken locks, no forced entry. The only clue: a faint water ring on the pressure floor, as if someone had once placed down a bottle and lifted it again. The Ghost crew became legends overnight. Online forums buzzed with theories. Documentaries called it the Silent Vault job. And deep in Reddit threads, people swore the crew's plan had been more art than crime. 2 years later, cracks began to show. In Monaco, whispers spread of a man flashing a diamond necklace far too rare for the market. One of the Ghosts had broken the code. Weeks later, he disappeared. Then crime. 2 years later, cracks began to show. In Monaco, whispers spread of a man flashing a diamond necklace far too rare for the market. One of the Ghosts had broken the code. Weeks later, he disappeared. Today, more than a decade later, the Silent Vault job remains unsolved. Interpol lists the case as open, but inactive. The missing gold has never resurfaced. The diamonds? Experts say they were cut, recut, and sold across 3 continents. Some say the Ghost crew are still alive, retired, hidden, living quiet lives under new names. Others believe the whole job was an inside operation staged to cover up a secret laundering scheme. But what everyone agrees on is this: the Silent Vault job wasn't just a robbery. It was heist lore, a story so flawless, it became more than a crime. It became a legend. And somewhere, someone still knows where the missing millions lie.